Brian.
And I'm Logan, and this is Tops.
Sup?
And this is Bottoms.
Sup?
And this is Trouble. Sup? Avocados. Oh, is this a PK deck, or is there more in store? Wow. Whoa. And we're Crush Cards! Hi, team! My voice is cracking, and happy Wednesday, my fun phantoms! Welcome to the updated PK deck that we've been putting off for 2 weeks, but is here today.
So I don't know if you could technically call this an updated PK list, because we are not actually playing like our BA PK deck that we were playing before.
It's PK Fire, Brian. God.
This instead is a different take on the Phantom Knight deck. I'm actually calling it 3K, because it's basically just like level 3 turbo that uses the PK engine. With a brand new release of UTOPIC Future Dragon, aka UTOPIC Draco Future, because God forbid we have different names in the OCG.
Thanks, TCG.
Out of King's Court, we decided we wanted to build a deck that basically turbos this card every single turn. So this is probably the best strategy now that Zodiac took the hits on the ban list. So we just wanted to showcase our version and how resilient and how consistent this deck really is.
This deck list is hella spicy, has 0 Dragoon, and I would argue it's more powerful than it's ever been. So you don't need Dragoon, you just need a Spice Cabinet and the will to play.
If you are interested in seeing our updated PK Fire list, feel free to check out Patreon. The links will be in the description box down below, along with the side deck for this, because as Logan said, little Spice Cabinet going on. But with all that out of the way, if you guys are not already a subscriber, feel free to go down and hit that subscribe button, throw this video a like, and put in the comment section.
If you were stranded on an island, you could only have 3 things. What 3 things would you keep with you? We're doing 3 today.
3K.
We also have an Instagram. It's at CrushCardsYGO. We're on there all the time. We just hit 9,000 followers on Instagram. Feel free to come give us a follow if you want to interact with us a little bit more. We also have a super wholesome Discord community. It's absolutely bopping. I'm in there all the time. We do remote duel tourneys, and it's a great place to make new friends. And then last but not least, as Brian said, if you want to further support the channel, we have a Patreon. Bloopers are going up next week. Side decks go up there. A bunch of fun stuff. Great rewards. Definitely check it out if you want to, but if not, that's okay. We're just happy you're here. But with all that being said, let's get into the 3K deck, shall we? Boom! Ha! Gotcha. They scare you? You scared?
You're like a phantom.
Now the opera is here, inside your avocados. Anyway.
See you, bud. Starting off for our monster lineup, obviously we are playing triple copies of the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. We only have 1 Starlight, so...
Wow, you put those down real janky, bud.
That's alright. Yeah, we only have the 1 Starlight, but it is still one of our favorite Starlights. For anyone who does not know, this is a brand new support card out of Phantom Rage. This card says you can discard 1 card as the cost, and then send 1 Phantom Knight card from your deck to your graveyard, except itself, and then if another Phantom Knight's card in your graveyard is banished, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it once it leaves the field. This is a starter, it is an extender. This card allows you to continually play over and over and over again, and you'll see in the combo section of this video, hopefully, if we, happen to open this card, that this card never actually gets banished. We are always looping these cards, which gives us infinite amount of extenders. So this card is not only a starter and an extender, it's a starter, extender, 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 extender.
These ghosts are eco-friendly. Also, they are not brand new, Brian. The set's been out for like a year, but that's okay. You can keep calling it new as long as you want,
It's the
buddy.
newest card for the deck.
Yup, sure.
And then moving on, obviously we are on triple copies of Phantom Knight of Ancient Cloak. This card literally just has banish to search boots. That's all it really is.
The boots with the fur.
It does have an additional effect that, no one really knows, but if this card is in attack position, you can just switch it to defense position and then give one of your other Phantom Knights an extra 800 attack boost. So, you should be doing that. A lot of people don't do that, and it allows Rusty to not get beaten over on your opponent's turn. So, really cool effect. Also, just level 3 extender, yada yada yada. We all know what this card does.
Oh boy.
And then we are playing triple copies of Boots. This card literally says banish and search any Phantom Knight spell or trap card. It also special summons itself from your hand if you control another Phantom Knight's monster.
I love booties.
And then for the last of our PK extenders, we are playing the 1 copy of Ragged Gloves and then our 1 copy of Stained Greaves.
Poor guy, he's just sitting in a common. Why'd they do him like that?
Ragged Gloves is a really cool card because you can banish it and then send any Phantom Knight's card from your deck to your graveyard. So once again, just an extender. Also allows you to trigger your Torn Scales in the graveyard, and then Stained Greaves is a really, really pivotal piece to this deck because we are trying to play with 0 cards in our hand. As weird as that may sound, this card allows you to banish it from the graveyard and then special summon any PK monster from your hand. So if you have a card in your hand you can't get out, this allows you to actually do that. Or if it's in your hand and you special summon another Phantom Knight's monster, you can special summon itself from your hand, allowing you to get it out as well. So a lot of people think this card is kind of bricky. In this specific build, 1000% we should be playing this card at 1. And then for our generic level 3 extenders, we are playing triple copies of Kombucha Knight.
Kombucha Knight.
Shout out to MPT. When you normal summon a level 3 monster, just special summon this card from your hand. Literally just an awesome extender. Free level 3 on the board, and it's a dark.
Also,
beautiful.
a very pretty secret.
It is a very pretty secret. It's only $6.
It's like that diagonal stuff.
Look at him go. He's got no legs.
Wow. I got no legs, but I got kombucha.
And then just generic level 3 extenders. We are playing the 1 copy of Psychic Tracker and the 1 copy of our Psychic Wielder, and then just the rest of our extender package. We are playing triple of the really good dangers. Level 3, level 3, level 7. Weird, right? Level 7. So there are a couple cards in this deck that are kind of bricky, and the dangers allow you to get some of them out of your hand, because as we said, the majority of these cards are going to either be settable or just able to put themselves on the field ASAP. So if you do draw into any of those bricky cards and then like a danger, you have a 50-50 shot of getting that card that you don't want in your hand out of your hand. Plus, Nessie is a dark monster, and it's just a free body and a free draw to help you see more extenders in the deck.
And they're just cute.
And then this is one tech card that I actually saw on MST's channel, and I really enjoyed it, so I figured we would try it out, and it's been working really, really well. It's Infernity Conjurer. This card says, while you have no cards in your hand, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it once it leaves the field. So just like Torn Scales, this card is actually never getting banished, because we are always just putting it back into the graveyard to continually recycle it turn after turn after turn.
Eco-friendly. Golly, there's a lot of 3s in this deck, Brian. I wonder what could be next. Is it another level 3?
It is. We're playing. This card's so fun. This
What the hell?
An insane card. It is Performer Pale Hippo, and then we are playing Super Hippo Carnival.
Yo, this deck is literally if Yugioh and Utopia just like fused. Oh wait, they do! I've watched Arc 5/Arc V/whatever we call it. This is actually kind of beautiful that they work because they're 3s and
Yeah,
they're the same character. They fuse. Sorry, Trippies, but like pretend he's Yugioh and that's so cool. I kind of love this. This is unintentional canon.
So for anyone who doesn't know what Super Hippo Carnival says, it says special summon 1 Performer Pale Hippo from your hand, deck, or graveyard.
Wow.
Not a hard once per turn. If you draw all 3 of these, you can use all 3 of them. Boom, boom. For anyone out there who has not actually read this card, it says, then you can special any number of tokens and then you're locked out of the extra deck. You don't have to use that effect. So a lot of people are like, oh my god, once you activate this, you're locked out. No, you don't have to use that effect. This literally just says special the Hippo wherever he is, whenever you want. Like, it's a quick play, it's chainable. This card is so good. It's literally 3 free level 3 extenders anytime you draw them.
3 for free. Go to what? Oh wait, Wendy's is 4 for 4. No, we're 3 for 3 today, baby.
Moving on. And then just for additional draw power, we are playing triple copies of Allure of Darkness. We are actually playing a ton of darks, except for our Hippo.
God, are those supers?
They are
Jesus,
supers.
I thought they were commons. I was about to get real
yeah,
upset.
the Allure supers look really weird. Ooh. These are the old RGBT supers. Really? Obviously, draw 2 cards and then remove from play 1 dark monster. Yeah, remove from play, not even banish. Just remove from play. That's how old this card is.
It's Allure, guys. You draw stuff.
And that's why we play Nessie, because it is a dark monster and it does allow us to just banish and draw 2 cards. Because we are not playing any hand traps, because we're not trying to have any cards in hand, going second, we are on triple copies of Dark Ruler No More. Ooh. This card is actually really, really good. It's settable. It's a card that you really just allows you to, it just allows you to break boards. Like, you shut boards off and then you can just break the board so easily. Like, this deck plays so many extenders, has so many different lines of play. Dark Ruler just allows you to go second and not have to worry about your opponent's board. And then for our power 1-ups, we're playing, I guess we'll show this one off first.
Oh, wow. Hang on. Brian sucks at showing you guys cards. Jeez, look at... Oh, there it is. Wow, look at that. CR Rhoda.
Looks
Sorry for the glare. I'm trying my best.
But yeah. This card literally just says search anything in your deck, basically.
Search right.
Card's nuts.
I'm sorry, right.
And then for the rest of our 1-ups, just an extender and Monster Reborn, the protection in Called by the Grave. And I know this is like really wonky, but we're playing 1 copy of Cosmic Cyclone in the main deck. The side deck does have the other 2. If you are interested in the side deck for this, feel free to check out the Patreon in the link down below. But you just want to have some sort of out to back row in your main deck. And Harpy's Feather Duster is a very, very good blowout card, but Cosmic Cyclone is chainable, so you can set it and still have it be live on your opponent's turn. You always just want to have an out for Mystic Mine. A lot of decks are still playing Mystic Mine, and because it hasn't gotten banned or touched on the ban list, shout out to Konami for, you know, allowing that crap. You always want to have an answer game 1 for it. And that's it for the spells. Moving on for the traps. For our trap lineup, we are on triple copies of Fogblade, 1 copy of our Phantom Knight's Sword, and then double copies of Phantom Knight's Wing. These are all really good cards. However, they are really just extenders, because once they're in your graveyard, you can banish them to special summon any PK monster. And then obviously Fogblade is just like a really great interruption on your opponent's turn as well. And that's it for the main deck. 40 cards. Let's head on to the extra deck.
Extra deck.
To any of our Master Rule like 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 fans, we are only playing 2 Link monsters in the entire extra deck. This is not a link heavy deck. The rest of the extra deck is Xyz. So this is like super nostalgic. It's really cool too because like we weren't really around for the Xyz format. So being able to play a deck like this allows us to see how cool and like busted it really was. So moving off to our Xyz package, we are on double copies of Leviair the Sea Dragon, double copies of our F-Zero Utopic Future, the original, not the new one, and then 2 copies of our F-Zero Utopic Draco Future. So these cards are so powerful in this deck. So what's really cool about these cards is Leviair over here is not a hard once per turn. Detach a material from this card and then target one banished level 4 or lower monster, special summon it. So if you have both of these on your field turn 1, which is typically what you're attempting to do, you get to do that twice. And then if you have both of these on your field, it allows you to make Utopic Future because it just takes 2 monsters with the same rank. Both of these are rank 3, so you just overlay these 2 into the Utopic Future, and then you can overlay on top with Utopic Draco Future. For anyone who doesn't know what Draco Future does, its effect reads that it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect, and then once per turn when an opponent's monster activates its effect, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation, and if that card was on field that you negated, you gain control of it. It does not target, it does not destroy, it negates the activation and takes it. This is a perfect Dragoon out. This card is really good at outing big, untargetable, like cards that can't be destroyed by card effects. This is your out in one of your main win conditions.
It's a good card. Utopic Draco Daddy. We love him. We simp for him. Sorry, I didn't know where to go with that.
And then moving off, we are playing the 1 copy of our number 75 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. A lot of people ask, Logan included, what does this deck do with Nibiru? Well, this allows you, along with your Utopic Draco Future, to play through or around Nibiru, but the truth is, this deck plays so many extenders that you are literally just playing through Nibiru most of the time.
I really like Gossip Shadow. I love that he's called Bamboozling and Gossip and a Shadow. He's all the sass I've ever needed in a card. And he's just like, yeah, take that. I'll bamboozle you, Nibiru. you Gossip Shadow. I don't know, guys. I'm really struggling today. I'm sorry.
And then for our PK package, we are on double copies of our Break Sword, 1 Evil Swarm Nightmare, our 1 copy of Raiders Knight, the 1 Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon, not Requiem, but Xyz Dragon, and then our 1 copy of Zeus.
I'm offended that Requiem's not in this deck.
No, you don't need him. You can't make him as well.
That is so rude. We always need him. But yeah, this is just the extra deck. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a bunch of ranks. You want to get into Utopic Draco Future as fast as possible, and you know, Zeus go burr. That's about it. Big things do big things. We're going to show you guys a test hand and show you how this actually works, so you don't think we're just crazy pants talking your ears off.
All right, let's get into a test hand and showcase exactly what this deck can do.
Yeehaw!
All right, we're going to shuffle up real quick and showcase exactly what this deck can do. We don't have a field center on hand, so we're just going to use our Starlight Torn Scales in the protective case. Don't worry, we're not actually gonna like shuffle it up and play it. So yeah. Oh wow, just punchline, don't you? Anyways, we're gonna.
He's got metal armor. He's fine.
We're gonna shuffle this real quick and then allow our opponent to cut and showcase exactly what this deck is capable of doing. Woo! There we go. Have fun.
All right, I bet you'll draw some level 3s. I'm willing to bet.
Wrong. All right, we'll start with Dark Ruler.
That's not a level 3.
Really good. Okay, nice, nice, nice. This is actually a really good hand to showcase what this deck does because this is a typical hand. You have 2 level 3s, an extender, and then you also have the sword and Dark Rulers to help you go second. So how we would, or at least how I would attempt to play this hand out, is we are going to normal summon our Cloak, and then obviously that would trigger our Cogmucha Knight here, and then we can just activate our Super Hippo Carnival, grabbing our good old hippo.
Absolutely. Your opponent is quaking at this point. They're like, what is happening?
For what it's worth, we had tested this deck out on Patreon for the last couple weeks, and every time these like cards hit the field, everyone is just like, what is happening here? Like, what are you doing?
All I hear is Yugioh going, 4-pal hip hippo, swing into action.
So what we're going to do now is we are going to link 2 level 3s. We're going to keep the Cogmucha Knight on field because it's a dark monster. Here we are going to make our Cherubini, and then we're going to activate the Cherubini's effect. This is going to send our Infernity Conjurer from our deck to our graveyard, and then we can set 2 cards, and oh my god, we have no cards in our hand now. So now we can activate the Infernity Conjurer to special summon itself.
Wow.
Now we can activate our Cloaks and banish it, searching our Boots from our deck to our hand. Now we can overlay our level 3 monsters into our first Leviair the Sea Dragon. Now we're going to activate Leviair's effect. We'll detach our Infernity Conjurer here to target and special summon back our Ancient Cloak. And now because we control a PK monster, we can special the Boots from our hand. Now we'll link here into our Rusty Bardiche, and then we can activate Rusty's effect, sending our Torn Scales from our deck to our graveyard to set a copy of Fogblade. And now we can activate our Boots in graveyard to banish it. Here we'll search our wings. You can search the wings or the sword or honestly the Fogblade. It really doesn't matter all that much, but now at resolution, because a PK monster or card was banished, our Torn Scales will trigger itself. We can now activate the Torn Scales effect to discard the wings. This will send our Ragged Gloves. So once again, just looking at our graveyard, we have a Ragged Gloves and we have the wings for any extension if anything were to happen. We also can now, as we said before, Ancient Cloak is in attack position. We did that intentionally because now we can activate the Ancient Cloak, turn it to defense to bump our Rusty up to 2,900, making it that much harder for our opponent to out. And now you can make another Leviair, the Sea Dragon here, if you really wanted to like overextend. So like what I'm talking about is you could banish the wings, special summon this back, make another Leviair, get this back, and make like 3 rank 3s if you wanted to make Utopic Draco Future like the hard way.
But why would you do that?
Yeah, or you could make like a Gossip Shadow if you really needed, but like I think the conservative play to play smart and not to play into as many things as possible and just conserve resources for the next turn is overlaying 2 here into our Phantom Knights of Breaksword, and now we will just overlay 2 monsters with the same rank. Good note here that all of the materials actually fall off. That is a ruling that we had to double check, but
things we didn't know.
it is actually a thing that happens. So we will now overlay into our Utopic Future, and then now we can overlay again.
Utopic Draco Daddy.
Big boy right here. So this is really how we're just going to end our turn. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but we have a Torn Scales Engraved for follow-up. We have Ancient Cloak for follow-up. We have Wings for follow-up, and we have our Ragged Gloves.
Yeah.
If you really want, before you end your turn, you could banish the Ragged Gloves now to send Fogblade or another copy of Wings from your deck to your graveyard. The reason I would send Fogblade personally is because they are once per turns, so you can banish these to trigger on your opponent's turn as well. So really what we end with here is we end with a Fogblade. We have Dark Ruler for our opponent's turn if anything does come up, and we also have the Phantom Knight Sword. What's really good about these is obviously here we have the interaction with our Utopic Draco Future. We also have a Fogblade, and then when we activate the Draco Future, we can detach our Break Sword, and then that has the ability now to give us live access to banishing our Wings in the graveyard, to special back the Break Sword, to Rusty's Arrow, which will then pop an additional card. So that's at least 3 interruptions on our opponent's turn, plus this can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and then obviously we have an extender, like if our opponent goes to the end phase because they can't out this, we just banish the Fogblade to special summon back our Ancient Cloak, and then that triggers the Torn Scales to special summon it again. So on our opponent's end phase, this is our end board, plus we can draw for turn. Wow, look, a settable card, and then Infernity Conjurer because we have no cards in hand. This is pretty nuts here. We just overlay here again into our second Break Sword. We activate Break Sword's effect, detaching 2. You pop cards on the field, or you can just use the Rusty's effect. These come back as level 4s. Here you can make Raider's Knight. You can then activate Raider's Knight, detaching, and then obviously here we make our Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. If you didn't use the Rusty's effect, you can summon it to Rusty's Arrow. Obviously, you can pop more cards, and then here is enough for game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're just doing lethal at this point. This is just, yeah, ouchie.
And once again, like, extender in the graveyard, if you are able to, like, out your own Fogblade with the Break Sword's effect, you have the Fogblade extender in the grave as well. Like, this deck just does so much.
But yeah, that's the deck. We're really happy with how it came out. Brian's been working on it and testing it for, like, literally since Draco Future came out. So we've been testing real hard. We've been cooking up the spice. Hopefully you guys like it. Make sure you let us know in the comments if you do. We really do love updating PK. It's one of our favorite decks to play, and it's actually really darn good this format. Draco Future really gave it a big buff. But if you liked the video, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, comment down below, and check out all of our social media links and stuff in the description box down below. It means a lot. But with that being said, we love you, you matter, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye, team!
Bye, friends.
Bye!
Have a good day.
Avocados.
1, 2,
3! Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Dance!